Hey everyone, I know Rank 3.0 was by far the biggest announcement at SI, and a lot of you are super excited for it coming next season. So I wanted to do an interview with one of the devs who is responsible for making Rank 3.0 what it is and changing Rank 2.0 back. So today I got to interview associate producer Killian. And then throughout this interview, he covers a lot of the information that was revealed at SI, but he also talks about some stuff that wasn't revealed. So you're going to get some exclusive insights into what's coming in Rank 3.0 next season. So huge thanks to Killian for participating in this interview, and thanks to Ubisoft for setting this up. If you guys want to see more of these interviews, make sure to like and comment below about what you like about it, because as long as Ubisoft sees positive feedback about this, they'll keep letting me do this at events, and I would like to keep interviewing people. And before we go into the actual interview, you might be wondering why I'm wearing this sweater. I bought this for the interview so I would look nice, and then I completely forgot to wear it. So I had to wear it for the intro. That's enough from me. Let's move into the interview. All right, hey everyone, Chris here from VarsityGaming. I'm going to be interviewing one of the devs today, talking about ranked and some changes coming, and also asking a few questions that you guys have been wanting to know for a while. I'll let you introduce yourself.
Hey all, I'm Kilian Calo. I work as an associate producer in Siege. Most of the time I've been working with the playlist team, who's in charge of matchmaking and game modes, and also how players interact with those game modes. So ranked, Siege Cup, quick match, and other things, also custom game, also some systems in games, such as operator ban, and so. Now I'm also overseeing some other teams in the onboarding, player progression, social aspects, and viewership experience as well.
So we got a lot to cover today, especially because just at SI, you guys announced that Ranked 3.0 is going to be coming out in Year 11 Season 2. So originally I wanted to ask a lot of questions about, why Ranked 2.0 was the way that it is, but since we now have some changes in mind, I basically just want to go over, for the first thing, was, I guess, can you just explain everything that people need to know that is changing in Ranked 3.0?
Yes, so the main change that we're applying is that there won't be any more the hidden MMR, that it's being a matter of discussion within the community, we know it. So that will be like, for matchmaking, your rank will be the value that will be used, so you will be seeing this. So that will be like a much simpler proposal that we'll have. Also, we are changing how players interact with the rewards, because we'll be separating this a bit from the ranks. We'll be keeping some ranks, the seasonal charms, and also the backgrounds tied to the highest rank that you have throughout the season. But we are changing the things and also caring about all players and all ranks equally. It was something that wasn't there before, so now if you are a bronze player, a copper player, and you are really engaged in this season, you'll have the chance to get into cool rewards as well. So yeah, those are the main changes.
Which I think is going to be great, because I know the big concern before was that if you didn't play long enough, you don't get any rewards, or you have to really grind to get them. So now that there's actually an incentive to keep playing, even the low ranks will have a good time. But for my next question, I want to ask, essentially, why did it take so long for it to finally change? Because I think Rank 2.0 came out 4 years ago now. Year 6, 4, I think, and then. Yeah, so why did it take so long to finally make this change to push out Rank 3.0?
So we acknowledge that there's been some things in Rank 2.0 that hasn't been liked by the community for some time, but it's important also to understand that we need to be super cautious with Rank, because it's our most important space. It's the most played playlist, is where players engage the most. It's important that we take time to make our decisions, but this doesn't mean that we are not doing anything with Rank, because we've been making adjustments with matchmaking, with tweaking many things. It's just that it takes time, and it requires patience to find a solution. It's precisely, we had a content creator workshop as well in Munich, where we set a proposal that has been revisited since then, and this shows up how important is to have the best possible design moving on, and this is the one that we feel comfortable with, and this is the one that we believe that it's really going to click with the community.
That's great. And for those wondering at home, when we were part of the Munich workshop, I think most creators were kind of hesitant about what you presented, and it was good for us to know that you guys responded to our criticisms and then basically reverted. I don't want to call Rank 3.0 the same as Rank 1.0, but you reverted a lot of the changes and made it less complex, which overall I think the community will really, really like. For the next question was, if you feel comfortable saying it, what do you think were the successes and failures of Rank 2.0?
So I would say that the main success is that we managed to make it even more engaging with the fact that it felt for some people less stressful than before, because people was feeling that every match that we were playing since the very start of the season was maybe too sweaty. And it's important for us that there's not only like the higher ranks player base in the population, there's like many people across the entire game, and we care about all of them. So we make it like in a way that more people engage with it and with more matches, so that's actually a success for us. But at the same time, we knew from the start that maybe the adoption in player sentiment and so was not ideal. So that was something that, well, we constantly kept monitoring and making adjustments and so until we realized that, well, we need to make a big change here.
And I think everyone's biggest concern at Ubisoft was obviously with Rank 2.0, or going back, that people will not play once they get their, 10 matches. But I think with the ranked rewards, it'll be good. People will still feel engaged. I think one thing people might be concerned about, though, is that if they do their placements in Rank 3.0 and they're already close to the rank, they might not feel too compelled because everyone wants to keep climbing. So how much are you guys planning on resetting the rank after each season?
So it will be something that we always try to find a sweet spot with everything. So it's important that players feel that at the start of the season they have a fresh sense of this is a new start, this is a new chance for me to prove that I can do better this season, I can go higher. We understand that there's different type of players as well. Some will fight for those rewards, some will fight for a better rank. So it will be something that will be. It's important also to understand that. So season 2 is only the release. Then we always iterate on it, we improve, we make adjustments. So we realize that maybe we went too far with resetting, then we will adjust it, or maybe too close, and then we will further. It's a matter of balancing and adjustment is what we always do.
So for next question is, with the issue of people, like once they reach their rank, a lot of people will stop playing because they're like, oh, I've been Diamond before, who cares, I'm just going to stop. Can you explain a bit more like the incentives you guys have to keep people playing? You touched a little bit on that, but like get a bit more of details on it.
Mainly, the first thing that we are changing this season with the engagement track is that there's this progression throughout the season, not just by chasing a better rank, but also playing those matches to get like the most exclusive rewards of the season. So even though you do very well during the placements and during the first matches, you see, okay, I already got this rank. There's gonna be like things in the rewards progression that you will be chasing for. There will be like exclusive headgear that now it will be accessible to all ranks, but you will have the chance to get it if you are engaged enough during this season. So that's something that we believe that we will encourage players. But also, like, to me, it's like, okay, I already got my max rank. Why should I stop playing? Like, I can get a better rank. I can be improving. No, so that's what we are trying to reinforce to the players, that by engagement, by practice, by playing more and so on, learning from your mistakes, you can do better. You can go higher. That's one of the main goals as well.
Yeah, so in case you guys didn't know, if you're stuck in copper or bronze and you never got that gold headgear, now you can finally get it because you'll just get it by playing. Do you know how many matches it is?
I would say it's something around 50-something, 50. Well, it's numbers that we're still iterating on it. It's subject to change, but it will be the highest one because we feel that it's ranked exclusive for every season. But it will be accessible, like if you are like engaged enough. Yeah.
Yeah. So as long as you play enough, you'll get it.
Yeah.
Now, for some of the changes that you guys are making, I have some requests or some feedback that I would like to give because I've been pitching for a while. I think Rank should have a solo queue playlist and a team-based playlist. And is there any reason why you guys have not implemented that?
So it's something that we also been looking at, making some data projections, making studies, making estimations and so, and we understand that there's like some benefits of doing this, like clearly, because you like imagining, theorizing that you will be playing against only solos. It looks like it might be a better matchmaking quality, but at the same time, you are splitting the populations. And matchmaking works like as the more players you have, the better chances to find a match that it's within your skill range. So every time that we split something, we are theoretically also impacting the overall quality of the matchmaking. So we need to be careful. The direction that we've went through in the past is to try to balance this with different systems within the matchmaking algorithm, with phantom player, with team rebalancing, with soft criteria, with the ranks, and so for us it's important that our current direction has been this, though we are open, like everything is on the table. It might change. It's something that we're considering, as always. It might come, it might not, but we are definitely like working on it and investigating and doing iterations. Yeah.
Yeah, because I will say, as someone who mainly only plays solo queue ranked, if I do play now, because most of my friends aren't on when I'm on, it is frustrating when I try to get into a lobby. My team's just not talking at all, and then the enemy team is a 5-stack. Like, I know you guys said you were implementing squad-based matchmaking to try to prevent that, so like 5 stacks mainly go against 5 stacks, but even I myself, I haven't found that it has done too much. I don't know how strict it is, or if it's just based off how long you've been queuing, but it does feel like we are lacking on that solo queue. Like, we need people to have fun in solo queue as well, because it's not fun to face a 5-stack.
Yeah, we know that. We know that it's not cool to be a solo player and play against a 5-stack. That's not cool, that's not fair. So we have made some adjustments in the matchmaking that it's actually trying to prioritize you from trying those, from finding those matches. No, like if you are a solo player, it will try to get you a full matchmaking, a full lobby of only solo players. But then it will be like including some flexibility in there, like throughout the matchmaking queue time. And then maybe fine for duos, and maybe 2 duos, 1 duo and 3 solo queues, and then maybe 2 duos and 1 solo. So it will try to find you ideal matches, but it's always given the size of the pool that there's there at that moment in the matchmaking in the data center that you are playing, because it's not the same if you are playing in a prime time moment in NA or like in other places or in APAC, because we also need to understand that we are prioritizing what we have for the matchmaking. So your skill indicator, that's what we are trying to look you first, because that's what we understand that it's a good match. Then we try to prioritize you also the squad size, then the rank. So we have different layers, but we cannot do magic. So it's also, we always need to count like how many players are there at that moment. So you should have high chances to get a good match, but yeah, we need to work with the players that we have at that moment.
Speaking of these like restrictions with squad sizes and stuff like that, one thing we did notice with Rank 3.0 is you're adding a new restriction to Ranked, which is that you can't queue with, like if you're Diamond, you can only queue with, I think, an Emerald or Diamond or Champ, and like there's like 1 or 2 rank disparities. Is there a reason that you guys have gone with this approach instead of, say, something like if you're a Champ with 4 coppers, you just queue right into Champ, like you just go with the highest rank in the squad?
So we understand that people want to play with their friends. That's a reality. I also does it. Like I also do it when I play Siege. I like to play with my colleges, with my friends, because it's like the fun part, it's the social part, connecting you with your friends. But it's also important to preserve a sense of competitive integrity in the playlist. No, it's not fun to be a lobby of silver players, bronze players, and find a champion there. So we wanted to re-include the squad MMR restrictions in a more flexible way, because in the past maybe it was too restrictive and we were not encouraging some people that were friends, different skill levels, to play together. This proposal that you described might feel that it's fair for the other team, but it might not be for the same team that you are, because imagining that you are a duo, you have a champion and a bronze, that would put a bronze player in a lobby of champion players, and the rest of champion players in your team won't be happy because of this, because it will be like creating a chance of abusing or having a bad behavior in that match for someone that is actually just a friend of a champion player. So that's maybe a solution that we are not interested to. But we are looking, like, besides the restrictions, we're also applying some things in the matchmaking in the backend that are actually trying to maximize or to prioritize that highest skill player. But as said before, like it will be a matter of iteration. We'll be releasing something, and then we'll be studying, looking closely what's the reception within the community, and maybe apply adjustments if needed. Yeah, as we always do.
So like in the future, there could be a possibility if right now the limitation's 1 rank difference, you could go up to like 2 ranks in the future if you find that it's not being abused too much, stuff like that?
Yeah, exactly. So right now, the difference that we have is 3 ranks. So it's actually pretty lax. It's not that we don't want players like to feel that, okay, I will just be able to play with my friends if we are all gold or whatsoever, because that's not true. Because you will have like your friends regardless the skill level they have. But there's like many possibilities, a dynamic system, something that looks for a wider MMR differences or lower. Like it will depend. Like everything is subject to change.
And one thing I've also noticed with restrictions is it feels like Ubisoft tries to be pretty like firm on their restrictions. They're like, it's the same across the board. Everyone kind of has the same thing. But I've noticed that with other games, for example, Marvel Rivals I played recently, they have a restriction that only applies to placements, where you can't be a full stack. You can only max squad of 3 for placements. And then once you're out of placements, then you can do whatever you want. I know Valorant does something where you can't do a 4 stack because then the 5th person doesn't have, comms or anything. They want to avoid that. So, like, why can't Siege implement some of these things to hopefully help these, fringe groups that might struggle or might suffer? Because, if you do placements and you're solo and you're going against a 5 stack, that's not great. So, if placements were limited to, a duo stack, that could be, nice for everyone else.
So we know how other competitors does their restrictions within the matchmaking and the rank systems, but we have our way. We understand what's the siege population, what are our systems, what's the specifics of our matchmaking, the good points. So we are looking for a solution that we feel that it accommodates better to what we have in siege, and with our progression, with our designs. So yeah, we believe, we are confident that with the package of things that we are releasing now, including the restrictions, we will be comfortable, and it will be good for the overall. It's always about finding a sweet spot, because we understand that there's the placements that we have like the placement matches, and we want to open it up to players. So when you are doing placements, we won't be looking for squad MMR restrictions. Okay. But then after, we believe that the system that we will put in place is the good one for releasing, and then we will iterate on.
And so speaking of future changes, one thing I've been asking for a long time is hostage and secure area coming back to ranked, because I'm a very firm believer that if you make it as an option, everyone should be allowed to play how they want to play and not be forced to just play bomb, because some of us find that a little bit boring. So is there a possibility of that coming back anytime soon, or anything confirmed?
So yes, it's gonna be announced in the reveal as well that we are reworking hostage. It's one of our most iconic modes, or maybe the most iconic, because the game was presented in an E3 with hostage. We know that what it means, hostage for Siege players, but we also know that it's maybe not in the best spot right now in terms of overall representation in the game. So we are working on it. We are looking for different proposals in the gameplay area, but something that we can tell already is that we want to promote it more, to put it more in the spotlight. We want to see how we integrate it into the overall fair, balanced experience that we have in Siege. We want something that feels diverse when you play, that you have different options, that players don't have easy shortcut ways to win rounds, that it's not just exploitable as it is right now, maybe in some maps or with some setups. But yeah, looking forward to see hostage. I think you will be excited when you see the final result.
I mean, I will say personally, I'm way more anticipating secure area. I was a secure area diamond back in year 2. People hated me for it, but it was the best mode by far. But switching gears a little bit, so that's more of the casual people will want that in ranked. Now, we also heard about Legends Division being revealed at the Year 11 panel. Can you give us a bit more about that for the competitive people who really want to grind?
So Legends Division is one of our biggest features of this year as well. It's the place where players are not just ranked. It's about being seen, about being recognized, because for the first time ever, we are featuring an in-game leaderboard. that everyone will have the chance to see, regardless your skill level. At mid-season, the mid-season, it will open up. So players that have unlocked champion throughout that season will have the chance to enter to Legends Division, which will be a solo queue only playlist with only Pro League maps in the map pool. And also some specific settings, like more suited for very competitive players, for very like high skill players, with some exclusive set of rewards as well. And this playlist will be a different access point than ranked. Like it will be accessible through ranked, but it will be a different access point, so it will be a different matchmaking and so. And here, players will have the chance to be the best, like in the regions, because it will be split by regions, in different regions across the world. So you will have the chance to go there and say, I am the best in Siege in this region. It's not just that, yeah, I'm this pro player or I'm this good, blah, blah. No. You need to prove it this time. You need to prove that you are this best and to be also recognized by players. We are really looking forward to this.
Yeah, you guys won't be seeing me in Legends. I don't think I'm going to be good enough to get into there. But for the Legends, I like the idea of the leaderboard, being able to see people. I know Siege doesn't have this now, but I would love to have a feature like a profile. I think we've talked about this before, where Marvel Rivals, you can go see the top players and see how they play in the Legends division. So like being able to go to a leaderboard and see, oh, this Legends match, like watch it back, learn how people play as operators, and get like, you know, the lower ranks could learn a lot from that. Is there any possibility we'll get that in the future?
So it's like, as we always do, when we ship Legends Division, it will be like the base ground for what we will do in the future. So we'll be constantly seeking for opportunities to improve it, to update it. This is a good proposal. Actually, like we understand the potential that can create within the community to learn about how the really good players play in Siege. So we are definitely considering things such as this and other improvements that you might see in the future. It's something that we will be investing on, because we understand that even though it's like a smaller portion of the population, it's important because it's really aspirational. So we have many things. We also be protecting and adding some special requirements to access this. It won't be easy, because we want it to feel like really exclusive. So yeah, you'll see it.
And can we talk about those new requirements, or is that still, no, we can't? Okay, because we heard that, you know, it's going to require secure boot, maybe TPM, all that. Is there also the possibility that's going to come to ranked in the future? Is this just like a testing grounds for it?
So I'm not the expert on player protection. For more context and so, you can contact them. They also done recently the community checkpoint, which was a fantastic format. But yes, we are looking forward to add also TPM into ranked and to add more things such as 2FA by app, that will also increase the security on Legends Division and on ranked. And for Legends Division, we are also looking for additional things such as clearance level requirement, extra requirement than ranked to be higher. Things such as like you have to have a certain amount of rank in the previous season, so we ensure that you are a player that has like already a good track in Siege. So we have things that we believe that will secure it more, because we understand how cool it is to be in a leaderboard, and it's important that players feel secure when they are there.
And like with all that, hopefully it's not going to have any cheaters, because I've seen the rewards that they're going to come out with, and like the charm being #1 legend will be really cool. That'll be a huge flex for a lot of people. So one of the last things I want to talk about was, we also heard that operator masteries are going to be coming in, and can you give us a bit of context on that, and also maybe the possibility of weapon masteries for, you know, maybe getting some skins or something for guns that you use a lot?
Operator Mastery is a feature that we've been working on for a lot of time, and looking forward to see how we could add it into Siege, because also we understand like how players are really committed to some operators, and like it feels like really rewarding to have a progression within your operator. So you will see during the reveal, tune in to see like the fantastic screens that the team has been working on. So we'll have a different set of rewards, so you'll be seeing. So there are like different tiers that you will be increasing with your operator, and you will be able to showcase these to the rest of the team in the ready screen, in the planning phase, with special marks, but also with some in-game and also like in the menus rewards that we are featuring for this. And it will be a system that is also the basis of something that can evolve in the future and can grow. We can have many things. You can only imagine what we can include in Operator's Mastery. But yeah, it will be a nice start.
Yeah, hopefully it comes to Weapon Masters, because I would love that. And then, so my final question, hopefully you can give us some context for this. This is something that my community asks me all the time. I always say it's a myth, it doesn't exist. Is it true that when you're matchmaking, if you cancel your queue, you'll find a match faster than if you just stick it out?
It's fun because I actually also see devs doing this, and no, like in reality, canceling the matchmaking and queuing up again, it's not making you find a faster match, because at the end, how the matchmaking works is that it's trying to find you a suitable match. Like every certain amount of time that passes, it might be increasing a bit the search that you are looking for, because you might not want to stay there for 10 minutes, no? But it's actually not doing anything itself. It's just resetting you and giving you maybe a placebo sensation that it's being reset or whatsoever, but it's actually not true. Like the matchmaking, it's just like that. It's like trying to find you a match within your skill range, and it has like some relaxations that we need to do it in like to accommodate the reality of the servers at that moment of the time. But it's not doing anything, so it's just a placebo, I can confirm.
All right, that's great, because everyone always tells me, they're like, you should restart your queue. You heard it, it doesn't actually do anything, confirmed. But I think that's all the time we have, so thank you, Killian, for taking the time. So this is great. I hope you guys are excited for Ranked 3.0, because I think there's a lot of great stuff in the works, and I'll definitely be playing Ranked more now with all these changes.